The Ministry of External Affairs has now responded to the Air India crash body mix-up reports. The India's Ministry of External Affairs has responded to reports of misidentified remains from the Air India 171 Ahmedabad crash, saying it is working closely with the United Kingdom authorities to address these very concerns. MEA spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal said the identification of the victims was carried out as per established protocols and that all the mortal remains were handled with professionalism and dignity. He added that India continues to engage with the United Kingdom and the UK side to resolve these matters following concerns raised by the grieving families in Britain. Now the Ministry of External Affairs coming out with their own statement on the Air India crash body mix-up reports originating from Britain. The Ministry of External Affairs, via its spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal, coming out and saying that the entire process was carried out under the exact protocols. All the mortal remains were handled with professionalism, and they are in direct contact with the UK authorities, their counterparts, to address these very concerns at this point in time. That's their statement. We've seen the report and have been working closely with the UK side from the moment these concerns and issues were brought to our attention in the wake of the tragic crash AI171. The concerned authorities had carried out identification of the victims as per the established and technical requirements. All the remains were handled with utmost professionalism, with due regard for dignity of the deceased. We are continuing to work with the UK authorities on addressing these particular concerns. Senior Executive Editor, News9, Aditya Rajkol, with us on the broadcast here. Aditya, I mean, these reports coming on a day, these headlines coming on a day when the Prime Minister is already expected to land in United Kingdom, the FTA, major meetings and bilateral trade agreement on the cards as well. But now Ministry of External Affairs coming out with that clarity. How can you help the viewers here? Take it away.
That's right, Kabir. There were reports coming in from the UK, particularly from the media in the UK. The Daily Mail had done a report saying that some of the bodies that had reached UK of the victims of the Air India crash were in fact wrongly identified. And that's why the MEA, the Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal, has now come up with a statement saying that we've seen the report and have been working closely with the UK side from the moment these concerns and issues were brought to our attention. In the wake of the tragic crash, the concerned authorities had carried out identification of victims as per the established protocols and technical requirements, and all mortal remains were handled with utmost professionalism and with due regard of the dignity of the deceased. We are continuing to work with the UK authorities on addressing any concerns related to this issue. Of course, you know, Kabir, it's a challenging task when so many dead bodies that have been completely, difficult to identify during that crash. So it's a very difficult exercise. This was a very, very gruesome accident, and identifying those body parts was a particularly complex exercise for the Indian authorities in Gujarat. And in accidents of such nature, it is likely that body tissues of different people get fused, which may lead to different results when making DNA analysis. But certainly, Indian government is aware of the concerns that have been there, and these are being addressed with the top priority from the government of India.